Well, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Zaytokes, and I'm back with another one. All right. So as you can tell, my voice is a little bit deeper than usual. I've been having some lung issues going on. I think it's from like a Freon leak. I think I already said. Oh no, I might not have uploaded that. But yeah, I think I was inhaling Freon for a little too long, so we've been having some issues there. But it's okay. I think it's getting better. My lungs feel better. My throat, it just all feels better. So I don't think it's the biggest deal. It's just like something we need time, you know? But yeah, as the title suggests, this is the worst trip ever. DPH, all right? Diphenhydramine. If you don't know what that is, it's an antihistamine, which is like allergy medication, okay? Uh, I mean, actually, everybody already knows what it is. Benadryl, bro, some shit like that. You can get like off-brand stuff too, but you don't want this. This stuff is terrible. It's literally just like schizophrenia for a couple of like hours. Like, I'd say for me, it probably lasted six, and it was not a fun 6 hours. Okay, so how this started is I originally had like heard stories online, so I already knew what it was. I knew it was a deliriant. If you don't know what a delirium is, it literally is in the word. It just makes you go delirious. You go crazy. You see all these things, these weird hallucinations and stuff. It's really hard to tell reality from like the hallucination because it's just so convincing and your mind is like telling you like this is real, you know? So it's not like a trip where it's like, oh, I'm looking at the walls going all crazy. It's like, whoa, I'm tripping out, dude. Yeah. It's not like that. It's like fucking, yo, there's bugs on me and shit, yo. Like, nah. All right. So anyway, I knew about this and I was curious because I was like, how bad could it really be? Because I hear all these stories and they're saying like there's shadow people and all this shit, and I'm like, dude, there's no way it's that bad. And I was like, you know what? I kind of want to see like what it looks like. Like I've never had that sort of experience before, so I really just want to know what that looks like. So I tried it, and the thing with Benadryl is that the dosage isn't like always correlated, you know. So one thing I've seen is like people say they'll take smaller amounts and they'll trip harder than if they took like a larger amount. But it also goes the other way. So they'll take larger. Oh wait, yeah. So it's literally what I just said. But I think that's kind of what happened to me is because I took like on the very low end. I did like 300 milligrams, which based on like online like forums and stuff, that's on the lower end for a trip. Like that's where you start tripping, you know? So I assumed it wouldn't have been that bad. I was going into this, I was not like confident or anything. I was like kind of just like I don't know what to expect. But I wasn't expecting it to be a strong trip. I was just expecting like maybe for me to kind of like dip my toes into it, you know? Less on the like hallucination thing, maybe more of like the body feeling and then like that headspace. That's what I was expecting. So I take the 300 milligrams. That shit was nasty. Yeah, I could, yeah, I'm already shivering thinking about it. That shit was nasty. I down them. Boom, we're chilling, boy. Excuse me. I go and I lay down on my bed and I don't know how long it took to kick in. I'd say maybe 30 minutes, I want to say. That sounds right. So I'd say probably about 30 minutes I was there and I was just chilling, just kicking it, chilling. And I start to have this like hexagonal pattern come over me. Like, not over me, but like over the wall. And there's like this staticky film that like comes over. It's very just like dark gray. Like this like okay, you know like a VHS filter on like Instagram or some shit, something like that, bro. Like one of those retro camera filters kind of thing. It was that with like some sort of acid like visuals, but they were very dark, very kind of like disturbing versus like the very bright of actual acid. And there was like that geometric pattern just going over the wall. And at first I was like, oh, this is kind of chilling, bro. This is weird. Like I've never seen that. But it stayed like that for about 5 to 10 minutes, and I was like, all right, that's not the worst thing in the world, right? And I go, I'm still laying on my bed, so I go and I just laid back and I was like, close my eyes. And then I hear knocking on my window right behind me. Just, oh shit. Like somebody was banging, bro. They were banging on the fucking window. And I was like, holy shit. Because I live on the, or like I was on the second story, right? So I was like, yo, like, what, who is doing that? What is that? So I look out the window and there's nobody there, and I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? And then I hear the banging on my door too, and the door is like moving, it's like shaking, like somebody's punching it, trying to break it down. And I was like, oh fuck, dude, what the fuck is this? So I was trying to like ignore it, and like I was getting tired, right? Like I was getting like very drowsy, so I would like try to close my eyes, but every time I would, the banging would just come back and like startle me awake. And I was like, oh fuck, dude. And then I looked at the walls again and it was like still that pattern. But then I started to see these weird like see-through like things moving on the wall. And at first I couldn't really tell what they were. And then the more I started to come up, I realized what they were. It was spiders. It was spiders everywhere, dude. These weird spiders. And they weren't like normal spiders. They were like see-through. Some would be big, some would be small, but they were like in between worlds or something, but my brain was fully convinced that they were real. And I'm the biggest arachnophobe of all time. Like spiders are my least favorite thing on this earth, dude. Even if you put like a tiny one near me, I will freak. I will freak. They are disgusting. So now imagine my room is just covered with them, dude. Like literally like the walls, the floor, everything, the blankets, whatever, this just all covered in spiders, dude. And I went to the bathroom to try to get away from it, and it got even worse in there. In the bathroom, there was even more spiders. They were coming out of everywhere, just everywhere. And it was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. I was in there, I could feel them like falling on me, like crawling on my arms and stuff. So I was sitting there like swatting them off of me, just like get the fuck off me, bro. Because I didn't want those spiders anywhere near me, okay? So I'm sitting there just swatting them off, and I'm like, I gotta retreat. So I get out of there and I go back into my room. I close the door, just lock it, because I'm like, yeah, no, bro, we're not letting anything get in here. So I'm pacing around the room, dude. The spiders are coming out of the carpet, trying to crawl up on my feet. So I'm taking really fast steps. Like I'm going, do, 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 trying to make as little contact with the ground as possible. So that way, like, no more spiders can get on me. And this whole time, I'm just freaking out, freaking out, freaking out. And then I feel it. I feel this thing on my back. It's like wrapped around me like this, bro. And it was a spider, bro. It was a spider that was literally as big as like my upper half. It was the most disgusting thing ever, and it was like holding on to me with all of its legs. It had like two legs here, two legs here, two legs here, and it was just holding me, bro. And I was like, no. I was like, no. I started to freak, dude. I was like slamming my back against the wall, like trying to get it off, like squish it or whatever. And I went to the like bathroom again to look in the mirror, and when I would look in the mirror, it would disappear. So I was like, oh shit, all right, it's gone. But then the second I would leave again, it would come back and it would like hop back on my back. And I was like, no, bro, this is so fucked up. This is so fucked up. So I kept swatting at it and it just wouldn't go away. So I had to get out of there. I booked it. I booked it out of my room and I went downstairs. And I went downstairs and my brother was in there and he was chilling, bro. He was just chilling. And when I went downstairs, I was high key chilling too, bro. I was in the kitchen. I was still pacing, but then once I was out of my room, it wasn't so bad anymore. I think it's just because he was there and I knew that he was real and everything. So I was like, oh, bro, we're chilling, bro. I'm tweaking. We're chilling. So I was down there for a little bit and then I went back up into my room and I went back up there. And dude, the time was moving so slow. It was. But when I started walking back up the stairs, I heard my mom like talk to me. I don't remember what about, but she was talking to me and I was talking back to her. And then I went to my room and then I realized she was never even at the house, bro. She was not there at all. And I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? I was like, what? Because I swear she was right there, dude. And I was like, I was talking to her, but I couldn't have been. And that was weird because it was such a convincing conversation. So I was like, all right, that was weird. So I go back into my room and I'm just still pacing, trying to get the spiders off of me and stuff. Because I can't lay down. If I lay down and try to go to sleep or something, then my whole body under the blanket is just going to be covered with them. And all I can feel is just them because I won't be able to see anything. So just nasty, just nasty. It was like that for like 6 hours, dude. I was just pacing back and forth, watching the clock, trying to distract myself. And the whole time, there's still like the banging and shit going on. So there was like shit at my door. There was like, I don't know if I saw any like shadow people or like entities or anything. But I was hearing voices and stuff. I can't tell you what exactly about, but I was hearing voices. They were attacking me. It was bad, bro. It was bad. But eventually I started to come down. But yeah, the feeling never really went away, dude. Like that shit traumatized me. Even when I do like just like regular allergy doses, it fucking I still get that same feeling. That same like body feeling, that nastiness, bro. I get that like the spider feeling. Just things are going wrong, just all jumpy and stuff. So yeah, this is not a fun one. And I really got no benefit out of it. I guess I got to see what it was like, but there was like no redeeming factor. Like my life would have been better if I just didn't do it. But I guess ultimately I was curious, you know? So it was like, well, I probably wouldn't have not been curious until I tried it. So realistically, that was just on me. Like I just got to know when it's like, well, it's really not a good idea. Like even if you do know, it might be better not to know, you know? So it's like shit. It's like shit. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. That was my experience. I did it once. I never did it again. That was enough for me. It was terrifying. It was not fun. There was no enjoyable part of it. It was just it was just a bad choice. Just bad choice, bad decision. And I'm very fortunate that I only did do it that once because bro, I can't imagine if like doing it like all the time. And I know it's something that does happen to people, so it's like, damn, bro, that's a scary one. Like that's different from different like all other sorts of drug addictions, you know? Like holy shit. That I can't like you're a soldier, bro. You're a soldier going through that shit. Holy fuck. But yeah, that was my Benadryl addiction, you guys. I'm gonna be working on a mix today, so I might do a video on that. I'll link it to like my actual like music page and stuff. You guys can go check that out if you'd like. But yeah, we're gonna be moving places, dude. I need to finish up my skateboarding thing, cause I had a video that I was working on right now, and I just wasn't really hitting things as well as I like wanted to. So I kind of just like packed it up for the day because I couldn't do anymore. So we'll go back, add some more clips, and then I'll upload that one too. And then yeah, bro. Besides that, shit, I don't know, yo. This is a Tokes. We're still gonna be making content, bro. Like I like when I said this is the end of Zay Tokes, I didn't want you guys to think like, oh, this is actually like the end. I'm not gonna be uploading on here. I'm gonna be uploading. I'm gonna be doing shit. All right, we just can't be smoking right now. That's really all it is. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie though. I have been taking the edibles, so I've been like I guess I have kind of been doing my tapering thing. Definitely getting my tolerance lower. Like I can tell that that's happening. But dude, it's kind of rough. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I'm just not smoking and stuff. So I'm gonna figure out what I can do about that. I'm thinking about getting like some herbs and stuff in. Something else is kind of calling my name right now, but I don't know if it's a good idea. So we'll see. Not like DXM or anything. Something different. But I don't know, yo. We'll see. We'll see. But until next time, this is Zaytokes signing out, you guys. Stay tuned, stay safe, and just remember that God loves you. Peace.